You carry an invisible weight each morning, a phantom regret for the person you promised yourself you'd become. Somewhere along the way, the life you sketched in your mind slipped beyond reach, and you've been mourning it ever since. Tonight, let's confront that ghost of a life unlived and reclaim its promise as the fuel for your tomorrow. Imagine standing before two paths in a forest, one well-worn, predictable, leading you through familiar sights, the other overgrown, uncertain, veering toward a distant mountaintop. You chose the safe road long ago, jobs, routines, habits that fit neatly into your comfort zone. With each step, the mountaintop view faded until you forgot it existed. That view was the life you wanted, vivid, expansive, tethered to your deepest calling. But forgetting does not erase a dream. It buries it beneath layers of obligation and fear. Notice the ache in your chest when you recall that dream. The book you never wrote, the journey you never took, the relationship you never dared pursue. That ache is a compass pointing to unfulfilled potential. Regret signals where you strayed from your own path. It is evidence that a part of you still remembers the summit. Begin here. Own the regret. Close your eyes and speak aloud the precise life you intended to live. Don't dilute it. Feel the vivid colors of that vision. The morning light on a writer's desk in Paris, the adrenaline of launching your first startup, the warmth of a home built around love. Let the details wash over you, the smells, the sounds, the emotions. That act of remembrance ignites your compass. You will never lose your way again once you know where you're heading. But remembrance alone is not enough. Regret becomes a prison if you dwell in it without action. So next, trace the divergence. Ask yourself, at which fork did I turn away from that life? It might have been a cautious career choice, a self-protective refusal to risk rejection, or a well-meaning promise that chained you to someone else's expectations. Identify that moment of choice with surgical precision. When you name the exact decision that diverted your path, you locate the hinge on which your future can swing back toward its original course. Now transform that revelation into a deliberate pivot. The life you wanted may seem distant, but pivots are powerful and immediate. Choose one small action tonight that points directly at your forgotten dream. If you wanted to write, open a blank document and type one sentence steeped in your heart's truth. If you dreamed of travel, book a train ticket to the nearest place you've never explored. If you longed for a creative partnership, send one honest message to someone whose work inspires you. That pivot may feel insignificant, but it cracks open the dam of inertia and channels your energy toward the mountaintop. Next, build the ascent in micro steps. The summit isn't conquered in a single leap, but in incremental strides, each step affirming your resolve. Create an ascent log. Every day, record one action that edges you closer to your reclaimed vision. It could be as simple as reading a chapter about writing, sketching a map of your ideal day, or practicing the language you always wanted to learn. Over weeks, those micro steps accumulate into miles climbed, and you'll feel the altitude of possibility lifting your spirit. Along the way, you'll face thick fogs of doubt, moments when the old safe path pulls at you like a gravitational tide. When that happens, revisit your core vision and pivot. Remind yourself aloud of the morning light on that writer's desk or the thrill of uncharted roads. Feel the ache of regret transform into a beacon of purpose. Doubt is the mountain's voice testing your commitment. You meet it best with clarity about why you climb. Finally, anchor your ascent with ritual. Each week, dedicate a single hour to a symbolic act that honors your dream. Reading a poem about wanderlust, cooking a recipe from your destination of choice, or journaling a letter to your future self. These rituals weave the summit into your present, ensuring that the life you wanted is not some distant mirage but a living thread through every day. As you practice these steps, owning regret, tracing divergence, pivoting decisively, ascending in micro steps, and anchoring with ritual, you transform mourning into momentum. The mountaintop comes into view again, not as a fantasy, but as an inevitable destination shaped by each deliberate action. Tomorrow morning, when you rise, feel the light of possibility on your face. Breathe in the knowledge that regret no longer chains you. It propels you. Then take your first micro-step of the day. Let the life you once thought lost unfold beneath your feet, one steady stride at a time.